Hi, so this is our second episode. We are started with this podcast where we tell about ourselves, our experience. I'm there for 10 years. Sunil is there for 12 years. And what questions we usually get, what's the psychology, what is the mindset behind people who are coming and investing here, and what is working out for us as a one-stop solution, what doesn't work out for us in terms of mindset that people think that this with their expectations that how it does not fit in our things. So we usually talk about what's there in the market, our own experience that we share, and that's the idea. We take some questions and we try to be as honest and as provide as much as value to the people who are looking to invest in Dubai or to travel in Dubai and to get the vibe of Dubai, that what it is. Is it a hype, noise, all the good things that people don't believe, is it really true or not? So we start with mindset and the first impressions that people get in Dubai. So how was yours? Of course, ours was 10 to 12 years before. Yeah, we go through with that journey. But what you have seen in recent years, that people who are coming now first time, who has not seen Dubai before, and it's been a while the way Dubai is for last 4 5 years.
Yeah.
So what reactions you are getting from all the new people that coming to Dubai?
See, I think that also has gone a very significant and a quick transformation. If I talk about pre-COVID, the clients we used to deal with them when they came to Dubai, they were actually taken by surprise. I remember having conversations where people said, they had a completely different impression of Dubai. Being part of the Middle East, they thought it would be a very strict environment. But when they came here, they saw the cosmopolitan culture. They were actually taken up by surprise.
Yeah.
So in a way, it was a pleasant revelation for them. In the past 2 3 years, the amount of marketing that Dubai has managed to do for itself,
Yeah.
now people have already seen a lot of it on social media. So now they come with the intention to verify whether what we are seeing on the social media it is really there on the ground or not.
Or not, yeah.
So that is the main difference that I see. But after almost every interaction, I think Dubai just doesn't disappoint. In fact, still it manages to overwhelm people. Uh, I've had conversations and meetings with people who've been in the US, who have come to Dubai maybe 5 years ago or even 2 years ago. But when they come now, even in the past 2 3 years, they feel that there's a difference. There's a energy in the city which is uncomparable. So I think Dubai was and still continues to impress, and hopefully that will keep on going.
So you think the expectations are even more higher now?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think the noise around Dubai is too much. So people come here expecting, like robots roaming on the road, maybe, being the most advanced city in the world, everything being done by technology. So these kind of things people are expecting. Some of it, of course, is mismarketing also.
Yeah.
So they come here to verify and check, but by and large, yes, they are very happy.
Yeah, I mean, those
what the
things where
city
flying taxi will come on.
Yes, of
So,
course.
those people who are coming now and will come back after 4 5 years, they will still
Dubai will continue to
surprised,
surprise.
will be surprised.
100%.
What are the objections as of now? Is there any negative thing that you receiving? People are coming, and is there any negative also, or only positive as reactions we are getting as a?
See, in general, mostly it's a positive reaction. Some people complained about the weather
Okay.
coming from Europe, US and all. So they still find what we call as pleasant weather. It's still hot for them.
Okay.
If I talk about the real estate perspective, mostly the concerns are about the oversupply,
Yeah.
too many launches happening,
Yeah.
is there actual demand on the ground?
Yeah.
So these are still some of the, I would say, industry specific, you would say, objections or little mental blocks they still have. But when we present the data to them, how many houses are coming up for delivery every year versus how many addition of resident population that's happening. So we are able to tell them very confidently that is whatever supply is coming, it is being monitored by the land department, by the government officials. So everything more or less is in control. So nothing much to worry. Of course, as an investor, you need to be selective about your investments. But apart from that, by and large, I think Dubai is on the right track. Oversupply, we've been hearing for the past 2, 3 years. Every year they say this is the year the rents are going to correct, the prices are going to fall down. But we don't see any of that happening. And I don't feel it will happen anytime soon.
No, I mean, the objection also contradict by them saying that I went to Dubai Mall and it was too crowded. I don't know where the people came from. So that
some of them who are driving on the road in taxis and all, they're complaining about the traffic. So basically, they're answering their own question.
yeah, so that's that's why they are pretty much in shock that where all the people are coming from. Plus, they hear that the construction is going everywhere.
Yeah.
So this is something that is there. But yeah, I mean, we have our detailed report showing the numbers, which will further accommodate the supply.
Of course, and the good thing is data here is very transparent. It is available on a monthly basis, quarterly basis. So you can always go back to the most recent data, and there's too much in detail analysis, location wise, project wise, what types of units are coming to the market, and then you can very, very smartly and intelligently make your next investment strategy.
Okay, so there is advice, there is a trust. One people look for the advice that okay, some coming to Dubai, checking Burj Khalifa, Dubai Mall, going all the areas, desert safari. What is the next step in regard to someone which is like looking for an honest agent where who just can cut the noise and then give the perfect and one can trust. How one should look into that?
See, I think first of all, you need to go for experience. That is the most important thing.
Yeah.
Somebody who can tell you what was happening in that particular area 10 years ago,
Yeah.
and then they can tell you the trajectory, how the area, the location, the developers have performed.
Yeah.
So if you have historic data, then of course the investors like that.
Like that.
They want to know the history. Then of course, hard selling, nobody likes these days. Nobody likes to be sold to.
Yeah.
So they are here to seek impartial, genuine advice. They have the intention to buy. So I don't think it makes points for, agents.
We have clients from UK market, US market. I don't know whether we talked about in last podcast that it's just to take them 2 to 3 weeks to understand what's going on in Dubai.
Yes.
So it is that transparent.
Of course.
However, it comes with the noise that is gonna be there in the market just for the marketing force that Dubai provides all the developers to push their product. Someone who's coming to Dubai now looking for a real agent or an experienced agent who cut the noise because these things you can see online. Yeah?
Yes.
So if an agent is talking about the same thing which you saw online, so that means his point of reference is also the social media.
We need to bring a different kind of value when we are talking to the clients these days.
So they can understand, as you rightly said, that you need to see how much experience that real estate agent has in the market and what all prospective is coming along with, because he will definitely is all there on social media. He knows what noise is there on social media. But basically, if somebody who's talking to you and giving you the things which are not there on the social media, like developer history,
that is real value addition.
That is the real value addition, and that is where one can go for the advice and avoid the noise.
Definitely. And smart investors are able to see through it eventually. So
yeah, but they fall into also in regard to their investment. Now I want to create what hype versus reality. Yeah, how to see this difference. One company can spend a lot on marketing and create a lot of noise in the market, but reality check, what are the things one should take in consideration to check whether it is just the hype or it is the real fact.
See, marketing, of course, we have very, very strong marketing campaigns by all the projects and developers going on in Dubai. So it is indeed a bit of a challenge for new investors to separate marketing from the hype.
Yeah.
But again, I think real estate still works on fundamentals. So you need to understand the USP of the project in detail, what exactly they are trying to offer.
Yeah.
And is it really in sync with the market demand?
Yeah.
Okay. So we've had a few trends that, caught up because of the situations, but they are not really adding any real value.
Yeah.
So we need to separate that
Yeah.
from the marketing gimmicks, so to say.
As far as hype is concerned, when a developer says it's a sold out, some of the projects we have seen, it's genuinely sold out. But some of the projects, it is just the hype where they say that, okay.
See, again, that, they have to create a situation of urgency.
Yeah.
So sometimes it's not a actual sold out project. Even if they sell 60 to 70%, they declare it a sellout.
Yeah.
And then we all know the concept of cancellation, units coming back, and reserved units, so to say. So this is something that eventually one needs to see how frequently the developer is doing that
How
after
frequent? Yeah.
saying that the project is sold out.
True. True.
So if you study the last 3-4 projects, then you will understand the strategy of the developers, that which ones are genuinely selling out and which ones are just trying to create a hype.
Create the hype.
Also, we need to understand that sometimes when the project is declared sold out on the day of the launch, it is not everybody who just came on the day of the launch to buy it.
Right.
The process had begun maybe a month in advance.
Yeah. Yeah.
We have this EOI collections, expression of interest.
Yeah. The process is.
The
Can
process-
you? Yeah. So those people who are listening, what is the process? If any good launch is coming with no hype, we know the good launches does not need hype because we are there in the market working every day and we know in advance this launch is coming. So we keep preparing our
See,
client.
typically, we have
Yeah.
seen in the past 2-3 years the concept of expression of interest. Any good developer, when they know that the project that they are launching now will have a strong demand.
Yeah.
So they try to collect the genuinely interested buyers. They try to create a pool of genuinely interested buyers by asking them to make a small commitment. That could be from a few thousand dirhams to, let's say, maybe 10% of the expected property price.
Yeah.
So that is called expression of interest. So usually that process might start 2 to 3 weeks in advance. So the clients who understand the long-term value proposition of the project or the community, they are able to take that call even without getting the complete details.
Yeah, I mean,
So that's how the project sells out.
Mostly we know the project what's coming, right? Because of the previous launches.
Yeah.
Sizes are pretty much
Yeah, the finer details just are awaited.
Yeah, so we know the payment plan, we know, the average sizes. It is just the price factor that comes along on the time of the launch.
Price and the exact payment schedule. These are the finer things that are awaited.
Yeah.
So that's how the project eventually looks like a sold out on the day of the launch. But the fact of the matter is the preparation already happened a few weeks or a month ago.
Okay, now timing. So if anybody who's there in the market, I mean, who just came and look at Dubai and then want to invest, should he hurry to put on the launch that is gonna happen, or something which is like still taking time to see how market goes in 2-3 months?
Well, of course, as a new investor, I think it is always advisable not to fall for the hype until unless your goals are completely clear and you find something which is aligning with your strategy. Everything matches: the total ticket size, how much you want to invest, the payment plan matches, the location, the developer. If everything is a perfect match, then why not? But it hardly happens in reality,
Yeah.
So you might like a location of the project, but the developer maybe is not your favorite, or the kind of payment plan they're willing to offer, is beyond your comfortable cash flow. So when all the things match, you can go for it immediately. But otherwise, always it is better to wait out, see the long-term perspective. And usually we have similar opportunities that keep on coming up in the same location. So once you have understood what the whole game is going to be like in terms of the ticket, the layouts, the views, the pricing, then of course you can go in for the next phase.
Yeah, true.
It is better to pay that little bit premium, but go in with more understanding.
More understanding and getting your expectations right.
Yes.
Yeah. So, and there are rarely it happens where, like I'm expecting while talking that we know that there are some big announcement coming in Creek Harbor soon.
Yeah.
So those people before that announcement who can commit
They will definitely get.
But it is not the same case with every location, with every developer.
Exactly.
That's true. So you can take your time and then take,
Because
if
sometimes
everything is, if not everything is pulling it together, as you said, that this is your investment goals.
sometimes the starting prices seem very different from what actually you find at the time of the launch.
Right.
The gap is a little more than you expect.
Right.
So you have to be prepared for these things. If you are mentally prepared, then you can go for it. Otherwise, you can actually wait it out, try to understand more in detail, and then make your next move.
Yeah, understanding exit strategy, we always keep on talking about.
Always number one priority.
So that's something which comes with not with the product that your requirement fit in, but the opportunity that we see in the future, that okay, this is the exit.
And whatever is being committed to you as an appreciation, what is the basis for that? Is there something incredibly great that is happening in that location?
Yeah.
Or the developer is, gonna stop making this kind of orientation of units, and this type of units will no longer be in the market. You need to understand what is the basis for the appreciation.
Yeah. Government plans.
Is there a metro line coming, or is there a road extension coming? So all these things you need to take care of.
Yeah. I mean, this is like, buying early is not as good as buying well. So
Of course.
That's
You rather make a well-informed purchase rather than
in a hurry.
early
Yeah,
purchase.
urgent purchase. Yeah. What signals do you look for to understand where the momentum is really forming?
Well, for starters, you can always follow the government. Wherever the government is going, it means there is a plan in place.
Yeah.
They're going to pump in money. So following the government is always a good, I think, strategy.
Yeah.
Some of the recent examples is Emaar South or Dubai South in general.
Yeah.
The moment the official announcements of the airport and all came, we saw suddenly everybody moving in that direction, and it's a given now.
Yeah.
Everybody knows, even the remotest of investors sitting, let's say in US, they know that something is happening in the south of Dubai.
It's just it took them 2 weeks to understand what's going on in Dubai.
Yeah.
And what is the perception about each developer and everything that's there.
So I think following the government is a very good strategy you can do. Wherever you see a large infrastructure enhancement happening, it means that, there is a plan. A very relevant example could be the new waterfront locations that we are seeing in development, mainly the 3 islands, Emaars, Rashid Yacht and Marina. We have the Maritime City and Dubai Islands. Waterfront continues to attract people. It's a very favorable investment choice for people all across the globe. So with a limited coastline, the moment Palm Jumeirah, Marina, Emaar beachfront got sold out, the government moved the focus over there, and we can see it in the infrastructure enhancement that's happening.
True.
So all the work that you see around the World Trade Center.
So it's not about cycle. It is just the timing, what time you want to invest. You need to see where is the opportunity lies. It's not like market is up, you don't buy, market is down, you buy. There is not sort of thing that is traditional cycles.
So you don't think that you missed
anymore.
out on buying a waterfront in Dubai. There are still opportunities.
There are still opportunities. Yeah. And if
Of
you
course,
look
who bought 3 years ago bought at a very competitive price than what you're going to buy today. But it doesn't mean that that price cannot appreciate, because by and large, Dubai is still undervalued and underpriced. We compare it to the other major cities of the world.
and fairly new also, like, and the opportunities is endless in terms of.
It's just a 20-year-old city, I think it has just started.
So we can come to a quality units and long-term outcomes when it comes to, investment. Community which is there, where the quality of life is being, provided by a developer with a quality product, will always have a long-term benefit.
Exactly.
Because for that you need to cater end users, I think.
See, that is one of the major shifts that has happened in the residential market. People now only don't want a spacious apartment. I think they are willing to compromise on a certain specs of the property if they are being given very nice community living experience. So now we see most of the big developers, they are trying to integrate a certain lifestyle into their project. So whether it be waterfront or, community living with, a city within the city kind of a concept. So I think people are buying more into that. They can envision themselves, their families, what would be their long-term requirements. And then accordingly, they are taking the decision.
Yeah.
So that is, I think, a very, you can say, smart shift that has happened. and it also indicates that people are buying their houses with the intention to stay for the long term,
Yeah.
which is a good sign.
So yeah, it's not always about I want the cheapest one. I mean, you
I
can
don't-
bet on quality also. Yeah.
I think we have shifted from that stage, and even developers know that they have to now deliver us at least a certain level of quality. They have to put in a certain number of amenities in their buildings to sell, because the standards of Dubai residential buildings have just gone up in the past 2-3 years. So overall, that is, I think, taking the market into the right direction.
Okay. So now we come to a risk and expectations. Yeah. So what are the major risks you see investing in Dubai?
See, buying with half knowledge can be very dangerous. Buying on a macro perception, I think, also is not a good strategy. A little bit of digging deep into the finer information points, I think, is always advisable. So, a generic statement that, Dubai South is going to boom for the next 10 years, and simply based on that, if you buy anything over there, will make you money, that's not a guarantee. You still need to do your due diligence, understand the developer, the project, the comparative analysis, what's being sold at what price per square feet around. Am I really paying the right price? So I think these kind of generic assumptions can be dangerous. So you still go back to the basics, do your research, and then you take a call. So that is one of the risks that can be there. Another risk which I personally come across from conversations with a lot of client, and I'm still surprised it's going on, is the promise of flipping. They are being promised that, just pay the 20% down payment, and within 6 months, with X and X premium or X and X profits, we will make you exit the property.
They should not expect this kind of risk, because
Absolutely.
these are something, if you are underestimating things, which is such blunders, because we have seen people have stuck and then
Even the best of the
penalty-
project, where everything is in place, we don't see that resale happening so fast. It's only when the project matures, the building reaches a
takes
certain
time.
level of
Yeah, it takes time.
completion, because the developer is going to have a next phase. So why would somebody buy from you and not the developer? It's only when the building or the project reaches a certain level of completion
Yeah.
and people want early entry,
Yeah.
then they have no choice but to go for the sellers who bought previously.
You
And
want-
that's when your property sells.
Yeah.
In 6 months, nobody is going to come and buy your property, because the developer themselves will be selling the next phase.
Yeah, true.
So that is something that is a very, very big risk.
Yeah.
And I'm surprised, not even for low ticket size, such things are being promised for big ticket size apartments, 3 bedrooms, which we know that they are meant for end users. And the best investment, the return from them will only come at the time of handovers.
I mean, you need to keep, even if your banking is solid, you need to keep 50% at least, because off plan later
Minimum.
50%
Minimum.
bank can come, and if property is not exiting, at least you will not have the penalty, or you will have someone else to pay to take the handover. Whether
I very
it's bank.
humbly advise my clients, if they don't have a longer holding period, then don't go for a very, you could say, aggressive payment plan. We have certain very relaxed payment plans in the market. So then I advise them to go for that. So worst case scenario, if they are not able to meet the target of flipping, at least the flexible payment plan can still help them out
Yeah.
and not put them in a stress.
Yeah, true.
So that is a second line of advice which I give them, just in case, they are with the intention of flipping midway and don't want to hold on to the, completion of the property.
No, soon we will have tokenization. So those people who will have lower budget, we will.
That is a very
accommodate-
interesting move that's
Yeah,
happening in the
yeah, and we are very much active on that. We are looking some big announcement that are gonna come in regard from our Hudson Holding
Yes.
to come and work on this tokenization also.
It will be nicely blending real estate with technology.
Everything.
It's a great mix, I think,
That's
yeah.
whatever related to Dubai it comes. We have touchwood successfully, have done so many clients. They are happy. We have our own cases where people came, we assisted them with the visas, tickets, staying here in our holiday homes. buying property, taking handover on their behalf, renovating it, and then putting on rent or selling the property and look for next.
Yeah, now they are asking advice for things like which car to buy.
Yeah.
So
No, it's good. It's good. The trust that people
that's
have
the
built
whole
in us,
idea.
that the trust
That's
that
I think the biggest
want-
success we take from the relationship, where they start asking you advice on even matters which are not related to the real estate business.
real estate. I mean, we assisted them to open their company. So it is like, and this is the big picture, right? Understand this. For us, client comes now with, especially this tokenization things are there. So it will not always be about an investment which is higher, a million dirham or a 2 million dirham or a 3 million dirham or higher. It's about, even if you have 100,000 dirham, yeah, or even if you have 1 million dirham for that matter, you don't have to invest in one property. You can invest in 10 different properties, have your equity on those properties, and we will be there. The best part is we will be still there to manage those property to make sure the returns is even higher. So
And
this
the
is
exit
very,
is much more easier over there.
much more. Every 6 months you get your
Window to exit.
and that's where things will pan out very nicely. We are
That
very
is something
excited.
very interesting that's about to happen.
We are very excited also to announce soon, and I think that will be the way going forward, where people can actually, come to Dubai, live, chill, whatever they want to do. They have a different portfolio. Wherever liquidity requires needs to be, taken out, they can take out, or wherever this compounding interest with the returns that we are going to give, they make a substantial sitting in Dubai real estate.
Yeah. And of course, I think the results from these smaller investments will eventually encourage them to make the bigger investments, which they are capable of, but still now hesitant, just to test the waters. So I think this is a very nice way to start it.
What separate people who do well in Dubai real estate from those who don't? I mean, these things we have discussed previously also. Consistency, understanding
It's a combination of multiple factors, Sometimes patience is the most important virtue. Of course, I think one thing we always swear by is, you make your profit while you purchase the property. So purchasing the right product is a very, very important thing. And then I think it's just a factor of time spent with the investment. We have seen cycles come and go, and we have seen that good properties, even in bad cycles, those who hold on to them eventually are the ones to benefit the most as the market grows. So I think, that is the most important thing. Having the right perspective and the right expectations is
So
very,
you
very
can
important.
check all the details. We have met, or we have, had meetings with a lot of people who had no intention, has no idea even where Dubai is, and they started their research. And in 2 to 3 weeks, we both were surprised to see that they got to know so much. And there are people who pulled themselves in a right direction also.
Yes.
With these understandings. So it is, information is out there.
Exactly.
It's not about that, but getting the real picture is something that you can get from the experienced one who has seen and understand the fundamentals of real estate.
See, the thing we need to understand, with experience comes hands-on knowledge. We know 10 years ago what the brochure of the product looked like and what it was delivered.
Yeah.
So we are in a position to give a very, very clear analysis to the customers that this is what they promised and this is what they delivered. So these are the guys you can trust, or these are the guys we can avoid.
We can avoid. And with now AI, these brochures are even more.
Even getting more fancy and breathtaking. Some of them are so amazing to look at.
Amazing, yeah.
But we know that what
yeah,
people showed and what they delivered.
Yeah,
So I think that information which an experienced, seasoned agent can give to especially a new investor, that information I think is very, very important, and I would say priceless.
Great. With that note, we will just end here of this podcast. We promised ourselves that we keep on coming and we keep on doing this series of podcasts where whatever we come across, whatever new things that are.
I would also like to encourage our viewers. Please ask us your queries, connect with us. We would love to engage with you guys. We are active on all our social medias. YouTube is something that we are trying to develop in the long format. And our goal mostly would be to discuss the relevant topics, frequently asked questions, so that you guys sitting in your own respective countries can get a real time analysis of what's happening in Dubai.
And we are a one-stop solution. It took us almost a decade to reach to a point where we can proudly, tell anybody that come Dubai and we are there.
Of
In
course.
terms of staying, in terms of investment, and we are there for a long-term relationship, and we have successfully managed good portfolios out there. So
Your property, your investment will be in good hands. It will be in experienced hands. We have flexible strategies. We have multiple ways to make money from your investment. So, as I said, engage with us, be in touch, and always happy to assist you on your next Dubai visit for an investment analysis. And hopefully, we'll have many more successful collaborations.
yeah, thank you.
Thank
See you next week.